Man, this award show sucks. Why can't we get good award shows, man? Damn, I wonder what happened to that Alejani Awards guy.
Fuck, man. Last year's Alejani Awards didn't make enough money and I lost everything. I lost my house, I lost my dignity, my fucking dog left me. Fuck, man, I guess I'll have to just go back to do what I've been doing these past few months, man. Shit. Spare change. Spare change. Thank you, sir. Man, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Man, fuck. Fuck. What's this? Holy shit. This has to be a sign. I know what this means. I have to remake the Alejani Awards, and it has to be bigger, better, funnier. Well, I've got work to do.
I realized you're my best friend, can separate actions from faith, 'cause you have all I need to take. That's why I think I am. Oh, 'cause I don't pray, I just behave, 'cause saints and sinners is my temple, the whole wide world. That's why I think I am. I think I am. I think I am. I'm proud I am.
Welcome to the 2025 Alejani Awards. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I spent a lot of this year incredibly depressed until I late October I started to feel better. So I didn't really do much cool shit. However, a lot of other people did some really cool shit this year. So we have a lot of really cool stuff to talk about. You know, there was a lot of stuff made, a lot of stuff that I really enjoyed consuming. I gotta say, it was a pretty good year. So we have some pretty cool shit to talk about. Now, this year's categories are a little basic. So I threw in some side segments to make it funny and actually entertaining, so that some of you guys might still be here by 10 minutes in. Now, the order of tonight's show, we have the I guess the intro cutscene and this. Then we have our favorite figure, and then we have our favorite movie, and then we have our first side segment, the 2025 Alejani stats. See how we improved or not improved or stayed the same from 2024. Then we have favorite album, and then we have the 2026 predictions. You know, what do I think is going to happen in 2026 and what are the odds? And then we have my favorite Fortnite collab, because there's a lot of really good Fortnite collabs this year. Then I have my my associate will give me a try not to laugh challenge, and we'll see how far I get. And then our final category of the night, we have the 2025 funniest Fat Bear video. Now this year there was a deficit of Fat Bear content, but it's because he got a job. So you win some, you lose some. But we've still got enough to work with to where I can make a little bit of like at least a short category out of it. Then after that, it's really just more like yapping. So to not waste y'all's time, because I don't know how long this video is going to be, and I don't know how long any of you guys are actually going to like stick around to watch it. Let's get on to the first category of the night, which is the 2025 favorite figure. Now, I gotta say, it was a pretty solid year for figures. A lot of really cool shit came out this year. A lot of really cool shit got announced that's not gonna come out till like fucking, like I'm 30. But there's a lot of really solid stuff. I'd say a lot of the figures I picked up this year was like a good balance of like import figures and also domestic figures. There was like actually like decent Marvel Legends this year, and there was also, you know, no articulated McFarlane figures still. But overall, it was a good year to be a collector. It's a good year to start collecting as well, and because a lot of the stuff coming out as far as like import companies with these next few years it looks insane. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce our one honorable mention for this category, the Bring Arts Zach Fair. Now, I have this figure. I love Zach Fair, but I have this figure in the honorable mentions just because these Bring Arts figures, like they're cool for what they are, but they're not like the greatest articulated figures on the planet or anything like that, and they're expensive as fuck. Given this was a Christmas present, which shout out to my mom, because I actually did really want that figure. I'm just poor, but it's a great figure. Like, he looks great, obviously the same as any other Bring Arts. I wish he came with more accessories, but Square Enix are a bunch of fucking assholes who never want to include anything with their figures unless it's over $300. Then thank you, Square Enix. Our first actual nominee for the night, we have the Blockies Hatsune Miku. Great figure. I genuinely, like, it's like she's like a model kit, but it's an incredibly simple model kit. Like, you basically just, she split into like her limbs and you put her together. She's like incredibly good value, genuinely really good figure. Like, articulation, sculpt, like everything actually looks really, really nice. It's a great figure. She comes with a ton of accessories too, which is awesome. And she was kind of like the start of just like a really good line. There's 3 Blockies Mikus out right now, and I have all 3 of them, and I love all 3 of them. They're awesome. The SH Monster Arts 2000 or Millennium Godzilla. Now, I am not huge on SH Monster Arts because they're expensive, and I normally don't like the scale. I don't like how small they are, and a lot of the time they're just incredibly flimsy for like the premium price that you're paying. But this figure was $120, I believe, which is still, I mean, it's not like a figure you can buy at Ross, right? But it's still a great figure. Like, I definitely feel like I got my money's worth here. This figure is fucking amazing. I think this is a really good like turning point in the SH Monster Arts line. Like, this figure has updated articulation. The tail moves way more than like any other SH Monster Arts. Like, if I had done literally just like, something would have popped off. On any other SH Monster Arts, something would have popped off. But I can quite literally like spiral his tail and everything stays. Something popped off. SH Monster Arts. But you get my point. This is a great figure, and I feel like he definitely should be setting the standard for what this line is, because it is a premium line. You're paying premium prices, and a lot of the time the figures just are not worth it, in my opinion, like at all. But this is a really good, really good like highlight of the company. Next up, we have the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Wolverine. This guy is fucking awesome. Just probably one of, if not the best Wolverine figure in like at this scale out right now, just because like a lot of the import companies, like, you know, they have great looking Wolverines, but a lot of the time just the articulation and like, I don't know, like the sculpt, like I like Wolverine to be like buff as shit, because in the comics he's a fucking stump. Like, this guy, he's short and he's just buff, like he's jacked, and so I like my buff characters to be incredibly buff. This character, he's like, this figure looks amazing. He poses beautifully. Like, his articulation is really great. Something I really like is the like use of the single jointed elbows, because I don't know, I just think it's more practical on figures and when it's done correctly. And I feel like here it's done correctly, which I really like. You can get him in like all those Wolverine poses that you really like. Like right now I had him in like that squatting pose, which I'm probably gonna put him back in that pose. But yeah, I mean, this figure is fucking awesome. It's actually good release from Hasbro for like once. Holy shit. But yeah, amazing figure. I love Wolverine, so I was really, really happy to have this. Up next, we have the Gamerverse Captain America. Now, last year, Hasbro released another Captain America from, it was a retro card like Secret Wars wave. That cap is great. I really like that Captain America. It's just, I really wanted him to have like butterfly joints, which this one does. So immediately, this one is significantly better. A lot of like, I think some people don't like that they sacrificed like the chainmail sculpt on his chest to do that, which I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't have been able to not have the chainmail with the butterfly joint. Whatever, I mean, that's Hasbro's problem, right? But it looks great. I honestly really like this Captain America. Like, he poses great. The shield, like, he looks awesome. And this is like quite literally, this is the Captain America figure I wanted last year, and I got it this year. So yeah, awesome release from Hasbro. And last, but certainly not least, in volume and in actually like how cool it is, we have the Haya Godzilla vs. Kong A New Empire Shimo. I pre-ordered her probably like a year and a half before she actually came in, which is, you know, Haya sparing me. You know, the Evolved Godzilla, which was announced before her and is coming out way after her. Yeah, I've had him on pre-order for basically like 2 years at this point. But this figure is awesome, man. Like, for a kaiju figure, she does like everything. Like, her articulated fingers individually, which they did not need to do that. That's awesome. The paint job is awesome. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can definitely see it on camera. She's like really shiny, which I really like because she's like an ice kaiju, and you know what? Ice is shiny, guys. Her paint job is amazing. The sculpt is amazing. The articulation is just fun. She does everything you'd want her to do. She poses in everything any way she would want her to pose. You know, you're not gonna get her to do kung fu against fucking Bruce Lee or anything, right? But still, like, this figure is fucking awesome. I was really happy to have it, but like, finally. Now, this year's 2025 figure of the year goes to the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Millennium Godzilla. When I tell you that this figure genuinely gave me hope in SH Monster Arts again, I really mean it. I avoid SH Monster Arts entirely. And this year, I bought a couple more. I really just like 2 more. I bought the Burning Godzilla as well. And that figure was like alright, but it was like the typical SH Monster Arts stuff. Probably just because I think it's like just a reissue of an old figure, like an updated like anniversary version. But this figure was completely new, and yeah, it has completely new articulation. The tail is completely new, and it's $120. Like, SH Monster Arts are not cheap, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I'm surprised they didn't charge any less than like fucking 150, 170, because those are some greedy assholes, let me tell you. But this figure is fucking awesome, man. I'm genuinely like, I bought this Godzilla on a whim because I wasn't gonna buy him at first, because like I said, I normally really avoid SH Monster Arts, but this is one of my favorite Godzilla designs, and when I saw it for 120, I was like, damn, like, maybe I will pick it up. And I'm really glad I did. I had no more money for the rest of that week, but at least I had this awesome like action figure, and you know, it's a cool toy to like play with. And yeah, I really enjoy this figure. I definitely recommend it if you like kaiju figures in general, not even just Godzilla. This is a great fucking figure. Now, yeah, on with the next category. Now, 2025 was a pretty good year for movies, if I do say so myself. I definitely saw a lot of really good movies. I saw a couple stinkers, but you know, for the most part, it was like they were good. Now, this year, I started collecting physical media just because I needed something else to waste all of my money on. And it's been pretty awesome so far. I don't have fat, disgusting, millionaire, corpo suit pigs stealing my movies from the streaming services that I'm already overcharged for. And I get them in 4K, which is way better quality anyways. 2 of the movies that came out this year that I've picked up were Superman and Begonia. Both really great movies. Now, I really enjoyed both of them for their own reasons. And they're actually, nominee spoiler, they're actually both nominees on this category, which is pretty awesome. They're great movies. I do recommend them. Let's talk fan of film fashion. Now, my first honorable mention of the night is going to be Marty Supreme. Now, this was an incredibly well-made movie. Incredibly well-made. The acting is great. the next honorable mention is the Jeff Buckley documentary, It's Never Over. This is a really good documentary. I'd say it was my favorite documentary of the year, given I did not watch very many of them, but I really like this one. And I just felt a little weird putting like a documentary in like the nominees. And so I'm putting this one in the honorable mentions. It was like a really limited release, but if you got the chance to watch it, hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you haven't, pirate it. Just watch it. It's really good. Now for our final honorable mention, there was a lot of them here. We have Fantastic Four, which I love the Fantastic Four. That's like a big like childhood thing for me. But this movie was just incredibly basic. Like it took absolutely no risks. Marvel needed to win, and they just took like the safest route possible. Which I mean, I appreciate that the Fantastic Four weren't given like a horrible movie, but I just like I really would have liked to see like a little more like something original. And yeah, I mean, this movie was, I honestly, given I watch a lot of movies and I'm familiar with these kind of stories, right? But it was just incredibly like predictable, boring, like basic. I was genuinely like, I mean, the coolest thing about it was that I watched it on IMAX, and like fucking I forgot the big guy's name, Galactus's voice made the seat rumble. That was without D-Box too. That was just like in a regular IMAX theater. That was really cool. But yeah, on with the real nominees. For our first nominee, we have one of our movies here, actually, James Gunn's Superman from earlier this year. I'm not like a huge Superman person. I've been a Batman fan my whole life. I love DC, so of course, you know, I do have love and appreciation for Superman, but this, like, any Superman movie prior to this was just, like, it did not pale in comparison. This movie was absolutely amazing. It brought so much just love back for superhero movies after Marvel fatigue was, like, really bad for a few years. No, this movie's fucking amazing, dude. I love this movie. It genuinely, like, the hope that it gave everybody when it came out, like, we all felt like better people after coming out of this movie, and I love that. I love that everybody came together to agree that, yeah, this movie was genuinely just so good for society when it came out, and incredible for comic fans. So definitely I had to put Superman in here. Up next is K-pop Demon Hunters. This movie, you can tell it's one of those animated movies that the animators just adored working on, because it's the kind of animation, the kind of cartoony stuff that you see animators want to get into the industry for. You know, nobody wants to, I mean, I'm sure there are people who want to get into the industry to do like cartoony bean mouth, everything is round, Pixar modern day thing, or like ultra realistic. But this movie, like, you can tell like they had so much fun working on this movie, and it shows in the energy in like the soundtrack. The soundtrack is amazing. I was like a casual K-pop listener before this, but it's listening to the soundtrack, listening to more groups, and it's just like it's been great, because I mean, I'm always open to new music, and this movie really kind of like pushed me to listen to more K-pop. I mean, the characters are a lot of fun. My only gripe with this movie is this, between the last and like second to last the very last scene is them like after the final battle, but the scene between the final battle and just before the final battle, it feels like there's a scene missing there. There's like an awkward like switch, but besides that, I mean, this was a really, really great movie. It's definitely one of those like eye candy movies, which I really like to watch. I really enjoy those. So yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. Next is Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. This movie was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, I love Frankenstein as a story. I really enjoy it, and I thought this movie, obviously, I don't think we're ever gonna get like a completely like book to screen adaptation, but I feel like this was pretty solid. And knowing that this was like a passion project for Guillermo del Toro as well, I really admire just like when a director gets to do like their dream. You know, that's why I'm really happy about like Jason Momoa playing Lobo, Channing Tatum playing Gambit. You know, I love seeing that shit, man. I love it. And yeah, no, this movie was absolutely gorgeous. It's like every shot could be its own piece of work, like beautiful art itself. If you haven't watched it, I do recommend it. If you have, watch it again. This is a movie that I will 1,000,000,000% be picking up the 4K when it comes out, and I'm really looking forward to it, because I want to own this movie physically. The same way, you know, I own like the book, which is you know, it's awesome. Next nominee is the Chainsaw Man Rize arc movie. Really like Chainsaw Man. I got into it when the anime first came out forever ago, and then I read the manga, which at that point was basically all of like part one. It was really, really good. Fine, like it was a great adaptation. The music was great. The animation was great. It's the Rize. She was fucking awesome. I mean, it was literally just more for part of the manga, right? But I really enjoy her character. I love her design. I will be buying the SH figure arts that come out next year. Both of them, the regular Rize and her like Bomb Devil. And fuck Bandai for not including like any accessories with those figures. But I will be buying them. I really like Rize. I've been a fan of hers for a long time. This movie was great. I do recommend it. I think Chainsaw Man is definitely like a very aging well anime and story. Fujimoto's a great author. I'm really excited to see Chainsaw Man continue to receive its flowers because it's a great fucking anime. Now our final nominee is Begonia. This movie it kept me on the edge of my seat the entire movie. I love a good like suspense film. And this movie, just like I said, it kept me on the edge of my seat the entire fucking time. It does such a good job at misleading the audience. This movie does such a good job at just like representing the kind of characters that you would expect them to be, and then having them do things you expect them to do, but also having them things do you don't expect them to do. So quite literally, yeah, I like the best way to put it is just kept you on the edge of my seat the entire time. I genuinely didn't know what was going to happen by the end of it. I didn't know who was right, who was wrong. And this is also just one of my favorite endings, like, ever. Like, the ending to this movie was fucking awesome. It was great. I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend you guys watch it. It's like fucking amazing.
Hey, bro, let Fat Bear watch this movie, bro. Hey, you gotta represent.
It's a great movie. Well, guys, it was a great year for movies. I think we had a pretty good selection, and I know my winner. My favorite movie of the year goes to Superman. This movie genuinely like changed society for the better for like a month. I mean, I appreciate its work regardless. This movie already in the time that it's been out has gone on to mean a lot to a lot of people. Yeah, it's like, this is a great movie for just like anybody, honestly. Like, I feel like Superman in this movie is genuinely such a good like role model for just like people in general. The thing I really respect the hell out of in this movie is that Superman is a great example of positive masculinity. Really appreciate that. And I really appreciate the sense of hope that this movie gave everybody, myself included. I feel like this movie was just kind of like a kickstart revival of like the superhero genre. You know, a lot of people would say like, oh, this Marvel movie and this Marvel movie that, but no, I don't think any Marvel movie in the past few years has come up to the spectacle that Superman gave us. In this movie, I mean, superheroes, comic books, like all the nerdy shit, you know, that's like, that means the world to me as a comic book fan and also as just like a cinema fan. This was an amazing fucking movie. I love this movie. Yeah, no, that's it. On to the next whatever. Now, for our first side segment of the night, we have the 2025 Alejani stats. Now, these are comparing my 2024 stats to today's, like, 2025 stats. Let's see how I've improved, unimproved, stayed the same. Let's find out, shall we? We have strength. We went from a 4 to a 7. You know, I did start working out this year in probably like late February, maybe, and it's been pretty awesome. I gotta say, it's cool. I'm one step closer to all my like gym inspo boards, and also being like Jason Voorhees minus the murdering, where I can just throw motherfuckers around and it's awesome. Next up, we have charisma. My charisma has gone from a 6 to a 6, so stayed the same. And a 0 to a 0 when talking to anybody I'm actually attracted to, which also the same. We have number of patty melts eaten. Now, I am a big Whataburger fan. I love hitting the W by myself, with the boys, whatever. It's just a go-to place. I have a lot of patty melts to a lot of patty melts. Going to the gym has changed absolutely nothing. I still have the gut. I just have, you know, bigger biceps and bigger chest. It's awesome. I mean, it's awesome. But yeah, I'm still fat. Whatever. My funny has gone from a 4 to a 4. Still too serious. We can keep working on that one. My victory royales from last year to this year, I got 4 more, plus a lot more when Alfredo is carrying. He's significantly better at the game than I am. And last but not least, we have my creative skills. I have gone from a 0 to a 0. I still suck at everything, which is like, you know, awesome. And that's the Alejani stats for the year. Let's get a round of applause for this guy. And yeah, hopefully we don't suck next year. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, up next we have my favorite album of the year. Now, for this segment, I didn't really know what funny gimmick to do, because I have like some of the nominees on CD, some of them on record, not all of them. It's literally just like 2 on CD and 2 on record that are the same one, and then like 1 honorable mention record. So instead, I'm doing this shirt, where I'm wearing this shirt, basically the exact same fit as Blady when he modeled for Supreme earlier this year. I literally bought this shirt just so that I could wear it to the show and hopefully meet him and be all like, hey, I'm wearing the same shirt as you. But no, this is like incredibly, like it's nice, but this is like super thin material. It would have been destroyed in at that show, and then I didn't even get to meet him, so it would have been for nothing anyways. But trust and believe, this is the exact same fit. Did have to get my hair wet / like greasy looking, because you know Blady's hair is always like wet or greasy looking to accommodate his greasy fans, so I just wanted to be accurate. Now, before we get to the nominees, we do have one honorable mention, and that is Psycho Warrior MG Ultra X by Machine Girl. I love Machine Girl, and this is in the honorable mentions just because, like, I don't know, it's pretty hard to top MG Ultra. MG Ultra was just like peak Machine Girl, honestly. I think this album was cool. It was one of the only times that I literally bought the vinyl before actually listening to it, which Machine Girl's probably the only artist I would do that for. Now, on to the nominees. Last minute honorable mention. I forgot that I moved this to the honorable mentions, but I have the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack in there. It was a nominee, but it's a soundtrack. And so I put it in the honorable mentions. I did want to mention it because it's great. You should listen to it and watch the movie. I ended up leaving it in the honorable mentions. Now, for our nominees, we have Damage Collection by Puzzle. Great record. I love Puzzle and Enjoy, which is the 2 twins from the Garden. Those are their, like, Puzzle is Fletcher's side project and Enjoy is Wyatt's side project. They both released albums this year, which surprise, surprise, The Sound of Deceit by Enjoy is also a nominee. Yeah, they're great. I went to go see them live twice this year, in Austin and in San Antonio. Now, I think this line is important because it reveals that the greasy looking hair is not to try and look like Blady. It's because I am a Vada Vada fan. Up next, we have Lover of a Ghost by Violent Vera. As someone who's been listening to her for a while now, yeah, we've been like waiting for this record forever. It was cool when I went to go see her, my sister and I, because she played basically the whole album. The album's great, so I really didn't mind. Up next, we have Melt by Not For Radio, which is Maria, however you say her last name's, like, solo project from the Marias. It's her solo project. I really, really like this record because not only is it a beautiful record, incredibly well done, very well produced, but also it's just like it's a very vulnerable record. Melt is kind of like raw vulnerability, and I like that. It's a great record. Up next, we have this year's underdog and definitely deserved more attention. We have Only Dust Remains by Backwash. This is probably the best, like, hip-hop or rap album I have listened to in a while. A lot of like modern day like rappers or like hip-hop or underground rap, whatever, a lot of it just kind of like, sounds the same. Like, it's fun. Like, I think that's like the whole point of the music, that it's just like, it's fun, it's cool, whatever. But this is genuinely an amazingly well-produced record. Backwash wrote a lot of these songs about like actual like real world like conflicts and problems, and he managed to make fucking amazing music out of it. Amazing music. This record definitely deserved way more attention than it actually got, and the people that I've showed it to have all really liked it. And so I wanted to mention it here, just like so you guys watching it could check it out, because yeah, genuinely I think this is like a standout like hip-hop, not even rap. It doesn't feel like rap is like Playboi Carti and like Travis Scott. This is a like real hip-hop album, and it's like industrial hip-hop. It's awesome. I could keep talking about this record for a while. It's great. And last but definitely not least, as mentioned earlier, The Sound of Deceit by Enjoy. The winner of the 2025 My Personal Favorite Album goes to Melt by Not For Radio. I actually really needed this record this year. I think just the raw vulnerability of this record, it was something I really needed to listen to. And this record, just the raw vulnerability, it's something that I really needed. I think that on this record specifically, that Back to You, Not the Only One combo had me But yeah, no, this record hit. I definitely needed it. It's a great record, amazing record. It's it's beautiful. It's really well produced. I just really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I do recommend it if you haven't listened to it. Which, I mean, the Marias are TikTok famous, and as well, so all the pop girlies listen to them and they're obsessed with her. So I'm sure most of you guys watching this have already listened to it. But if you haven't, check it out. And also, once again, listen to that Backwash record, because I mean, Melt is definitely got its flowers. She's popular, but Backwash needs more attention. Please listen to that record. On to the next whatever. Welcome to another side segment. Now, this side segment is the 2026 predictions and the likelihood. Now, for this, I have a special guest here.
Me and my crystal ball.
Fuck. There we go, that's cool.
Now me and my crystal ball are going to predict the future. Now, our first prediction is that Mr. Alejandra will make fiber trendy, the same way protein has suddenly become trendy.
50%.
Our next prediction is that James Gunn will announce a Zatanna movie. Let's find out.
30%.
The next prediction is that the new Godzilla movie, coming out in probably December or something, will be fire. Likelihood?
100%. We knew this. We know it's gonna be fire.
Our second to last prediction is that McFarlane will make a posable figure.
No, they're not. No.
Now, our final prediction is that will Alejandra get a girlfriend?
No. No.
I shall be back to do more predictions another time.
I really appreciate your services. I do take tips. I could really use it. This is it's like a side hustle, but my day job is I work at a grocery store, but that's just, it doesn't pay the bills, and so I thought I would use my witchy powers to make some money on the side, something like that. Please leave a tip. Thanks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for this next segment, we have my favorite Fortnite collab of 2025. Now, because this is the Epic Gaming segment, I figured I would record this on my Epic, streaming camera. Totally, I use this for streaming. I stream. Now, there are no honorable mentions here, because, well, every collab was fire, so I couldn't throw any of them in the honorable mentions. There are, however, quite a few nominees, so, basically some of these would have been honorable mentions, but I didn't want to make them honorable mentions. First, we have K-Pop Demon Hunters. Really good collab. They had a whole limited game mode and shit like that. It was cool. It was awesome. Up next, Bleach. Now this one, it was also just a couple extra items in Blitz, which it's addicting. Trust me. Take the advice of experience of Fat Bear, who has recently become addicted to Blitz Royale. Up next, we have Sabrina Carpenter in Fortnite, which this is pretty awesome because I have her with like Mortal Kombat items and shit like that. So I'd say my Sabrina Carpenter's pretty stacked. You know. Next we have Hatsune Miku, who was also, you know, major collab for this year. Yeah, I think the genuine landmark in human evolution. Unironically, this game is like the biggest corporate thing ever. Like, it's an actually fun game, and it's like everybody has dipped their toes in it. Oh my god. Up next, we have Daft Punk, which had like a little like in-game concert and stuff like that, which I thought was really funny when I was seeing everything on Twitter, because a lot of people didn't know who like the aliens from Interstellar, whatever the numbers were. I forget the numbers. A lot of people didn't know where those were from, which I thought was really funny. But yeah, no, I'm a long-time Daft Punk fan, so I thought like people were all like, "Man, what the hell does this have to do with Daft Punk, man?" I thought that was really funny. And last but certainly not least, we have Godzilla, which Godzilla getting added to Fortnite, and then Miku being added like soon after. I think they were in the game at the same time, actually. Actual best friends in every universe. It was great. Now, the Godzilla collab was awesome because it was like a whole season revolved around it, and you could play as him in the map for a while. It was awesome. The winner is Godzilla. Of course, you knew it was going to be Godzilla. Come on. We don't get too many Godzilla games. We don't get to play as him very often. Like, there's a couple games, but I've like never heard anything about them. So getting to play as Godzilla in Fortnite, you know, it made up for not getting to play that old Godzilla game on PS4, because holy shit, I hate resellers. It was pretty awesome. I also have some collabs I would like, and this is just like, you know, like my thingamabobs. The Crow. I think the Crow would be really cool in Fortnite. I'm not sure how they would handle Brandon Lee, but I mean, it would be really cool. ReZero. I think this would just be like a fun, like another anime collab. And well, I like ReZero. I don't think this is actually like ever gonna happen, but it would be cool. Final Fantasy VII, because if this got added to Fortnite, I would shit my pants. Yeah. And last but not least, I have just adding more DC characters. Wonder Woman isn't in Fortnite. We have plenty of other like random DC skins, and like plus I think there was like one character that's like original just for Fortnite, or she only had like one other appearance in like one of the CW shows that nobody cared about. There's some random ass character. We got her instead of Wonder Woman, which is like, are we dead ass? But that'll do it for this category. On to whatever's next. Okay guys, now we are at one of our funny categories where our special guest will try to get me to laugh, and I have to contain myself as long as possible. I will do my best. However, I might just laugh, guys. I don't know. He's pretty funny. Now, help me introduce Matthew Maldonado, a.k.a. Matthew Fat Bear Maldonado, a.k.a. Fat Bear.
What's up, people? How are you? I'm Fat Bear. As you can see, I take up half the screen.
Yes,
that's all right. We're on full. Shut up. We're on full screen mode, anyways, bro. So it don't really matter. I'm gonna try and make this dude laugh, bruh.
Yep, this dude. Now, the way this is going to work is Fat Bear here is going to screen record his thingamabob so that I can edit into the video and you guys can see it too. I'll probably try and put it like in the middle here. That way, not to like completely cover him up, which I mean, I might just do just because it's funny. But, you know, I'll try to leave some space. Now, he's going to have his phone about here, just basically doom scrolling for me. And, I'm just going to try not to laugh. I'm not going to do like the water thing because I'm really good at laughing with water in my mouth. So that really like it doesn't make a difference. So yeah, let's get on with the show.
Bro, look at this funny bro I just sent you, bro. Check out that one, look. I've been going jeans cause I'm cool, right? On the spaceship, now I'm a space today.
Five inflation inflation methods. The gift of life, more like the gift of inflation. The only reason you were born was to fulfill my fixation. This is the most discreet method for all my hardcore inflation nation. Long game, here I come. Fill my belly with your cum. Smoke your belly as it swells. If you're a masochist, this method will suit you.
That was round one. That was pretty good. Now, I'd say we're gonna do 3 rounds of this and just see which one I last the longest on. So, yeah, let's get on with the next round.
Was that actually pretty funny?
That was really funny.
Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep.
Tajiado. El do. L. El.
Bon appetit.
Someone help the pregnant furry. I'll help the pregnant furry. I'll help the pregnant furry. No, no, no. No, 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 I don't want you to exert yourself.
Eggs, shredded cheese.
He's gonna die?
Yes!
Okay, give him this.
Okay. Thank you so much. You just saved my son's life.
You tell him to keep his head up, and also tell him I have a little bit of broccoli.
Are you the guy?
Straight to the end from the shit.
But my bad. I forgot you were fragile.
Sorry.
I forgot.
Okay.
You are never gonna guess who I saw yesterday, so I was out of—
I think I won this round. I didn't laugh. That was a few minutes. I'm gonna give Fatbear a second to prepare his funniest reels to see if I lose 2 rounds or win 2 rounds. Commence round 3.
A microphone?
Everybody got a microphone.
2 turntables and a microphone. Everybody got a microphone?
Wait, where are you from, bro?
Michael.
Michael?
That's not a city. That's not a city.
Alright, you ever watch
How can we make
Michael?
a better place?
Can't. This shit. Up. Yeah, that's it.
Wait, where are you from, bro?
Michael.
Michael?
We're waiting every night to finally moment in brightness.
Well, folks, that'll just about do it for this side segment. I'm sure you'll see Matthew plenty of times in this video. He's helping me out with the whole thing this year, so it's like the production value actually went up. I'm not paying him. I'm poor. But yeah, on to the next, whatever's next. Ladies and gentlemen, for our final category of the night, we have definitely not the least, but the last. Funniest Fat Bear video. Now, with us tonight, we have a special guest to give us some behind the scenes of these videos. We have Mr. Fat Bear himself.
Hey, 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 it's Fat Bear.
That's him.
Hello, people.
These people.
these people.
Yep.
It's an honor to be here. You know, you probably saw me in an earlier segment.
Probably.
I'm here to give some behind the scenes shift on the videos I make. You know, I only made 3 videos, bruh, because I rebooted my page into the absolute universe.
On with the videos.
On with the videos, bruh.
Now, our first nominee, one of only 3, is the How the Demons Be Talking to Alfredo video.
Güey, con tus amigos dicen que te vayas al Fortnite, que juegan con ellos. Duérmete a la verga, güey. Y cuando manejes, güey, maneja como pinche loco a la verga, güey. No les importa la vida de otra gente en tu carro, güey. Maneja como un pinche fucking Fast and Furious, güey. Y otra cosa, güey. Nunca limpies tu cuarto, güey. Déjalo pinche mugroso a la verga, güey. Cómete las pinches cucarachas que están ahí, güey. Cómete la pizza que tiene como 3 meses ahí debajo de tu cama, güey. Nunca limpies tu cuarto.
Dude.
As y'all saw, that was the new one on the rebooted page, bruh. I made that video because, I don't know. Huh? What? What do you mean?
No, I'm just copying you.
Well, I made that video, bruh, because I thought it'd be funny to poke fun at Alfredo, because he always pokes fun at me.
Everybody pokes fun at you.
Bruh. But, I made that video for funsies, bruh. Goofing on Alfredo.
Yep.
So, I was inspired by that dude, bruh. What's his face, bruh?
I don't know.
That one Mexican, Sebastian something, bruh.
I don't know.
The one where he like makes those like demonic voice videos, how demons be talking, bruh.
Those are funny.
But that shit was funny, bruh.
Yeah.
So why are you copying every word I say? I don't know. The first prototype version I made with that audio wasn't that good, bruh, because I was making fun of this dude's dog, bruh.
Yep.
But this new enhanced remastered version was way funnier, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I'm like, oh damn, bro, Absolute Fat Bear #1, bro.
Absolute Fat Bear #1.
All right, so let's look at #2, bro.
#2.
Video 2, bro.
#2.
Hey, bruh, I never got to thank you for giving me this Tron Lego set for free, bruh. I appreciate you giving it to me. Oh, it's no problem, Fat Bear. Hey, I know you're into Tron right now. I got you.
Dude.
Nah, bro, let me thank you for real, bruh. You don't gotta thank
Dude.
It's fine.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
So you might have to edit a certain word out of there, bro, for the general audience. But the full unedited version will be on our Patreon if you go subscribe, bro. Well, I made that video, bro, because I still am in my Tron era, bro. Shout out Tron, bro. You can edit like a Tron thing here, bro.
I will edit a Tron thing.
Why are you repeating every word? Shout out to this dude. Gave me his Tron Lego set that's like fucking $200 now in the aftermarket, bro.
I don't really collect Legos anymore.
And yeah, bro. I appreciate this. So I'm like, oh damn, bro, I gotta say thank you to this dude, bro. So I'm all like, let me make this video real quick, bro. And at the time, the thank you thing was trending, bro. So I'm like, oh damn, bro, let me use that, bro. So I made that video, bro, and Fabian, bro. And it was funny as hell when I made it, bro.
Yeah.
On to the
third one. #3.
Ah, damn, bro. These
Dudes.
Damn, bro. Where's the shield at? There, over there. Man, I could really use a miracle right now. There's a chest. Come on,
dude.
Don't fail me now. Ain't no way.
Dude.
Oh, these fucking
dudes.
Fried. Yo,
dudes.
Better start running. as y'all saw, I think it's very obvious who the winner's gonna be. But I made that video because at that time, bro, I'm fucking addicted to Blitz Royale, bro. They have the dual Zangetsus, bro. Yep. Flash an image of them right there, bro.
Zangetsus.
The dual Zangetsus from Bleach, bro. They're my favorite fucking Ichigo swords, bro. So I'm on God mode, bro. I keep winning victory royales in that Blitz Royale shit, bro. Because of how OP they are, like. So yeah, I made that because I'm like, oh damn, bro, let me make something funny, bro.
Very funny.
So yeah, I keep winning victory royales, bro.
Just keep winning.
I'm goated on Fortnite. But without further ado, I think this man will take the lead, bruh. It was a pleasure being on here, bruh. Unless you want to give the award while I'm still here, bruh.
I think the funniest Fapper video will go to number 3.
So yeah, I knew
that was a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, I like the editing. It's the yeah, I got him hooked on Blitz on Fortnite because I like playing that mode, and I put him on it the other day. Bro. And that he spent like 24 hours playing it afterwards.
I stayed up till 4 a.m., bro, on that stupid ass game last night. 4 a.m. Shit, bro. Even when this is all said and done, I go home later. I'm still gonna get on the game, bro.
Blitz
type shit.
I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do. But afterwards, I'm sure I'll play plenty of Blitz.
Yeah, bruh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that just about makes it up for this category. Once again, another round of applause for Mr. Fat Bear.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
You.
Now, on to the final outro, conclusion, whatever, of our ceremony.
Hey everybody, I am re-recording the outro and just gonna do this little like montage of pictures I took throughout the year instead of what I originally had, because not only have I changed my mind on some of what I originally said, so I guess, you know, not really waiting, but just taking forever to finish this video and uploading it was kind of like a good thing. But I also just don't want to chop it up so much because that's what takes forever for the editing process. I'm sure you've watched the video if you got to this point. You know, I like to kind of chop it up so the dialogue is just like more constant. I like that just because it retains attention a little more, and it's also just like, I don't know, it makes it video like easier to watch for me, at least like that. I was heavily inspired by FaZe Jev in doing that, just because I've been watching him since I was fucking child. And that's how he edits his videos. He chops up his like dialogue and stuff like that. And so that's how I wanted to do mine. And just to make sure I don't go like super off topic and I just say what I wanted to say, I did something that I have never done before. And I actually, well, not only wrote what I'm going to say, but I'm actually going to say what I wrote. Normally, I've written like essays and speeches in the past, and I just don't go off of them at all because I completely trust myself. And normally when I'm like, you know, like I usually say what I want to say. What I have done is I'll write like little bullet points on a notebook, or not on a notebook, but like a little flashcard or on my hand or something. But this time, just because once again, I don't want to chop this up like at all, and I don't want to make too many awkward pauses while I'm thinking about what I'm trying to say, I went ahead and just wrote it all down. So I'm going to read this for you. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the pictures and listen to my little thing. Outro yap. 2025 felt like another year where I was in a crucible of sorts. I felt like it was just a year of figuring out what I needed to do. I found myself held back by my own hope and telling myself that my motivation would just come to me, and it never did. I grew tired of waiting and just let it go, realizing I was spending my time on the idea of my ideas rather than just turning them into results, if that makes sense. The months of November and December ended up being my setup months to try to be more productive this year. I feel that for a really long time I've just been a kind of waste of potential, or like my focus has been in like the wrong order for me, at least. To this day, I find it a bit difficult to really give into my creative side because I've always felt like I would be looked down upon by my family because I don't want to do whatever. 'Cause I don't want to do what everyone has been telling me to do since I was a kid. I do my best to not let my family get in my way or hold me back because it's really just in my head. I'm the one that never wants to be myself with them because I don't trust that they'll take me seriously. And the one time I opened up about wanting to do something creative with my life, I kid you not, everything I said basically went in one ear and out the other. I was completely ignored. So never again will I look to my family for support for my dreams, I guess. The good thing is, over the years, I've surrounded myself with creative and ambitious people. I'm friends with some incredibly talented people who inspire me, who are willing to blindly support me, which I phrase that way because I'm basically all talk at this point. I know the things I love very well, and I've been able to help and guide my friends in making their art while I myself don't have much to show. During the last bit of 2025, I started practicing drawing again so I could draw stuff like comic books, creature designs, clothes designs, and just doodle without making it look like chicken scratch. I came up with a story that really sits well with me, and I decided I want to turn it into a book because my writing is the one thing I'm a little confident in. I want to work on writing and producing some films as well as doing some acting because I'm confident I could be a good actor. I've been so caught in the idea that the only way I'm going to do any of this is if I do it alone, and that's just not true. Which tangent here, this isn't on here. What I mean by that is mainly just like music and stuff like that, which I'll get to later on this little thing. Back to the thing. I have friends who love film and writing just as much as me, and I'm finally making the effort to work together with my homies so that we can all succeed and be creative together. The thought of that has kept me motivated and driven to keep practicing and learning, the drawing, the writing, the playing. As far as music, my love for it has not waned. I still, at the end of the day, want to be a great musician. My only problem is that I keep rushing it. I keep making promises I don't keep because I'm not confident in my abilities, and I'm miserable working alone. Ever since I was a kid, the idea of a band was way more appealing than a solo act, which, yes. I'm someone who's motivated by the connections around me, and I love the people in my life, and the love I have for the people in my life. Yeah, no, I'm so dead ass when I say that when I make it, everyone is coming with me. Everyone is gonna make it. You know, I ain't spoiling anybody, but I will give them the support and the guidance I can give them so that their dreams can come true as well. I was making myself absolutely miserable trying to make the music alone, and so I never did it. I just quietly practiced my instruments and my songwriting, not as often as I should do, but I did. If I'm being honest, I don't think I'm gonna have a band anytime soon. I just don't talk to people. I mind my own business and just quietly say like, oh, they seem cool, and move on. I do have a lot of music friends who are way more talented than me and some of them actually do make their own music. That's absolutely fire. Shout out to my friends Aiden and Monk. They're the first two that come to mind. I'd love to work with them sometime as a learning experience, mostly because outside of playing my instruments and writing, I have little to no idea how to do anything. So yeah, like the production side of thing, I really tried, just could not figure it out, or at least on the DAW that I was using, or I'm not very good at it. And yeah, here's what I was mentioning before. This video coming out so late felt like a blessing in disguise because I recently took a trip to Nashville, and being surrounded by so much music and passion, as well as seeing like real Grammys and platinum records in the museums and going, wow, I want one, really revived that drive to not just practice but try to make music myself, or obviously preferably with some bros. I don't want to make any promises. I just want to tell myself that I need to be a stronger creative and a stronger musician this year and do what I can for myself and my bros. And that's all I have. Thanks for watching if you made it this far. I hope some of you do. And yeah, that'll be it for the Alejani Awards. Huge shout out to Matthew Fatbear for helping me out with the intro and a lot of the categories, as well as giving me some great ideas. And yeah, no, hopefully it'll be a good year. So far it has been, and I'd like to keep it that way. So yeah, thanks for watching, and well, I guess good night, everybody. Well, depending on where you're watching this, but have a good one.